Birds of Prey is the best DCEU movie. Guys, I can confidently say that Birds of Prey is the most important and groundbreaking film for the DCEU by far. It gets a 3 out of 10. The fact that this is the best DCEU movie is a complete joke to me. Birds of Prey, honestly, was one of the worst comic book films I've ever seen, and I don't care what anyone says about it. So, let's get into it right now. Birds of Prey tells its story in a complete, jokingly, and awful manner. It has awful characters that I don't know what they're doing, and I don't give a flying shit. Margot Robbie's good, but that's all the movie has going for it. It has good cinematography, it has good colors, but there's nothing else to it. And because of the way the story was told, I literally could not understand the plot. Like, I hated all the characters. And once they actually teamed up to be the Birds of the Prey at the end, like, honestly, I could not care less about this team up because of how much I hated these characters. And honestly, watching Harley Quinn's journey was just absolutely boring. This movie was so boring. The only good sequence of this film, the fight scene with the cops. That's the only good scene in this movie, frankly. Like, Birds of Prey, I couldn't even understand the plot because of how badly they told its story and how lazy it was. Like, they took no time to really develop the plot and give us any clarity on what was actually going on. And all these actors and actresses, I felt like they had nowhere to go simply because there were no dimensions to their character. Every single character had one thing to do and nothing else. Huntress, like, literally, I didn't learn anything new about her. She just called herself the crossbow lady the whole time. That detective girl, like, honestly, every time that she was trying to do something detective-wise, I didn't know what she was doing because she was just like, oh, I found this. This means this. This could tie into this. I didn't really understand what she was talking about. And it's not because I'm dumb, okay? I could understand plots. But this lady, she found literally a necklace after Harley Quinn drove into the chemical factory. And I'm like, what the hell? How does this tie in to her breaking up with the Joker? I don't care if you call this symbolism. How would she know in the first place if that has anything to do with Harley Quinn? That does not make any sense. And this movie is just plain boring. In the middle of the film, I look to my left to my friend, FireDad18, go subscribe to him. I look to him. The dude was freaking asleep. And I suggested 3 times that we just walk out of this movie because this movie, also another problem with the story, is that there's nothing for me to grip onto. I wasn't interested in the story it tried to tell. The villain dude, the dude with the black mask at the end, like, he's honestly one of the most cartoonish villains I've ever seen for a comic book film. It feels like a Suicide Squad. It feels like Jared Leto, okay? I'm saying it. It feels like Jared Leto.
Do it!
At the end of the day, this film was so incredibly bland, and there's nothing for me to grip onto within the storytelling, within the characters, within the unite. It all felt like nothing, and I just couldn't grip onto the plot.
Subscribe to my YouTube channel!